Hi guys, welcome to New Season Podcast. I'm your host Valerie, and on today's episode on salvation, we have an amazing guest. So I'll allow him to, introduce himself before we start our conversation. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Tim, and I'm blessed to be here. Yeah,
So Tim, in this my podcast or my channel, I
Yeah.
do talk about salvation. So in your own understanding,
Yeah.
what's salvation to you?
Oh, according to me, I think salvation is more of a relationship with God, and I've had to unlearn and relearn things as I was growing up, because I grew up in church. But then I had this concept, like church is a tradition, is a religious activity, until I got out here and got to meet Jesus, like in person. Not in person, like on a
Have
deeper.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it became more of a relationship with him.
So like salvation in simpler term to you is, having Jesus in your life.
Yeah.
So are you born again?
Yes,
You're
I am born again.
So, people ahead do have these, misconceptions that, there's kafili. So in that period of time when you are, born again,
Yeah.
what did you feel or what led you to, to make that decision?
To be born again.
Yeah.
Wow. Um, my relationship with God has been on and off, and I think what made me come to this, like making that decision, is, wow, how do I put this? I was in denial for the longest time ever, and trying to run away from God. But even when you're doing stuff out there, you still don't get the satisfaction you need. And after all that, I was like, you know what? Just let him cook. Let him cook. Yeah, and I just gave my life to Jesus. Yeah.
So what's in this journey? What's something that you enjoy or what is
Oh.
yeah
I love that. What I enjoy most
salvation,
in
yeah.
salvation,
Yeah.
the scripture says that our salvation is renewed day by day.
Yeah.
So what I enjoy most is when I wake up in the morning and I realize that, wow, I'm gonna do this day with God in it. And then, like, after realizing that comes this satisfaction that, I can do anything I want,
Oh yeah.
anything I set my mind to do, because I have His reassurance
Yeah, the
already.
certainty of eternity.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
and just the joy of having, when you have a backup, let's say your phone is about to die, right?
Yeah.
And then you have a power bank.
Yeah.
And your power bank is fully charged. And so even when your phone runs out of battery, then you can just connect. And that's what I feel like when I have Jesus, even when I'm low, I get to charge myself through the word, through praying, through talking to him, and gives me joy. Yeah.
Okay, what keeps you like moving and doing this and moving on in this salvation journey?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
being a young person, like this, and having Jesus in your life,
Yeah.
it's not easy.
It's not easy.
So for me, I
Yeah.
do say like prayer and having the spirit of God.
Yeah.
But then there's always some up and
True,
down.
yeah.
So what keeps you moving to push and fight
Yeah.
till the end?
Till the end. The first thing is the assurance of eternity with God. And secondly, what I'd say motivates me is the kind of people I surround myself with. Your environment, what's around you gets on you, and then gets in you, and finally gets out of you. So I think the friends I've surrounded myself with push me to get to know Jesus on a deeper level, because they are doing it for themselves. So I'm like, no, I don't want to be left out, because I feel this motivation, if he's doing it, if she's doing it, and I'm surrounding myself, like that's literally whatever they talk about all day. So I'm like, why not? Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, what can you tell that young person
Yeah.
who is still, because in your story is you are still hesitating on whether to go in or jump in. For me,
Yeah.
I was, backsliding, coming in, backsliding,
Yeah.
coming in. So you're still hesitating. So what can you tell that young person, young guy or young lady
Yeah.
who is still, in a hiding place of, not giving their life and, just living a life with Jesus?
Yeah.
What can you tell them?
I'd probably tell you to actually pray for the desire to have the desire, the zeal to work for God. Because once you have the desire, then you'll feel compassion for the work of God. Once you have the desire, you'll understand what God expects of you and be responsible and be a steward to your territory.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So it was nice having you in my podcast.
Yeah.
So my last point to that young girl or young lady, having Jesus in your life is such an amazing. You will have that peace of mind and
Sure.
you'll have that certainty that you are going to heaven.
Yeah.
You get,
Yeah.
God forbid something happen. I have that peace of mind and that certainty
yeah.
that I'm going to heaven.
Sure.
You get.
Yeah.
Then what drives me most is the price that was paid in Calvary is worth me, responding to it, and it was free. And there's nothing that will be taken away from me if I just confess and believe that Jesus died for me. So people do have this mentality that salvation is boring. It's not boring.
Yeah.
You can do anything as long as what you're doing is in line with, what God has, said in His Word.
Yeah.
Then you can enjoy.
That is so true.
Yeah. So till next time, I've been your host, Valerie. Bye.
Bye.